Label Radio.
Fredro Starr's in the building. We got Fredro Starr from Onyx in the building. What up, fam?
Oh, man, I'm chilling. Blessed to be here. Blessed to be alive.
Okay. Man, I'm a fan of music. We just talked off air about music. I am a fan of hip hop in general.
Right.
And when your group came out, in what, 92, 93?
Onyx.
You guys changed the temperature of hip hop.
Word.
Like with you and Mobb Deep, we played, said Ghostface, Motherless Child and whatnot, but you guys changed the temperature. When you came on the scene, was that your intention?
Yeah. You know what it was?
Let's get you in front of the mic
a
little bit more.
Jam Master Jay was the head of the ship, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was the leader. So he found these 4 kids from Queens who had a dream. You know what I'm saying? And our dream was to make noise, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what we came with Slam and Throw Your Guns. Rest in peace to Big DS. Rest in peace to X1. Before we even get started, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of my soldiers ain't here right now. Piece of Sticky, Sun C, you already know. Onyx that's what Onyx was, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sticky, Fredro, Sun C, and Big DS. And that was our intentions, to shake the world up.
And you guys said, like I said, change the temperature. You had niggas on the West Coast wearing fatigues and Timberlands and shit, slamming or whatever. I remember y'all coming out here for the first time on a promo run, and I remember hearing y'all for the first time, and it was like we was at war, but it was fun. It was fun. Like niggas was fun, elbowing niggas in the front row and shit.
That's exactly what we wanted to do. We was like, yo, we want to bring slam dancing. We want to bring that energy to hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where you could just catch a bloody nose, get knocked out on the dance floor, but you still gonna be cool at the end of the night. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna go shoot it up. So that's what Onyx was representing. We was representing the rowdiness of hip hop. Like you said, the Timberlands, the ball heads.
Yeah.
We had our own image, the mad face. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
April Walker was blessing us with the ill gear from the gate. You know what I'm saying? So we had a whole style. It was more than just rap. It was like a fashion and a way of life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like when you mention Onyx, baggy jeans and ball heads and big boots.
And how much of, rest in peace, Jam Master Jay, how much influence did Jam Master Jay have on your career molding that? Because Jam Master Jay was a architect of a lot of dope music.
Yeah. He was a real producer, man. Jam Master Jay was like, he always had that smile, you know what I'm saying? Like he was always looking at us like probably like looking at us like how Run DMC used to be. Like yo, like look at these dudes right now doing MTV and these dudes is doing this. Like, you know what I'm saying? He had a vision for us. He knew we could do that. You know what I'm saying? Leo Cohen, Russell Simmons, they had a vision together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And kind of we put Def Jam on our back when artists like LL and the other artists was going through, the transition of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Because hip hop changes.
Yeah.
And we was the change in hip hop. So we had to put Def Jam on our back. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we did. We had the big Def Jam jackets running across America, man, risking our lives for the brand.
So did Jam Master Jay bring you guys to Def Jam, or how did that work out?
Well, Jay had a deal with Def Jam.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know what kind of deal he had, but it was a good deal. Because we was in the building and they all gave us, you know what I'm saying? We was grandfathered in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like for real, like Russell Simmons, the first video he ever was in, like acting crazy, was the Onyx video, you know what I'm saying?
So what was the first meeting like when you walked in the office? Because y'all was some wild niggas back then. So when y'all walked in the office for the first time and they had the big boardroom or whatever, and Jam Master say this is Onyx, and y'all niggas came up there round, what was the energy like in the building?
Jay was like, just do y'all. Jay was like, get fucking crazy.
What happened?
Act bad, I don't care. Be the bad kids in school. He was like, nah, when y'all go up there, just be what y'all gonna be. Because we had to go up to Def Jam and like perform for them.
Yeah, no. Back in the day, they made you perform, the new artists perform in this boardroom with a bunch of suit guys.
Jumping on the table, knocking pictures off the wall. You might mush the lawyer in the room. You know what I'm saying? Like we was giving it to him, might throw water on a lady doing the video, whatever. Like we was in there wilding, man. It was a fun time, man. We was young kids, 21 in the game, and we was just like, it was just like a whirlwind. Like to be on Def Jam was like a kid coming out of like high school being on like the Lakers when the Lakers was crazy. Like, we was with the winning team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We was with Def Jam. That was the label to be on.
That was iconic.
And we was Def Jam. Like we had the full support, and we was supporting them. It was crazy.
That was dope. And you from Queens, and Jam Master Jay's from Queens.
Yup.
And I have a question for you. Fuck all the negativity. Will we ever get you and 50 Cent on a song together? I would love that. I'm a hip hop fan.
I mean, listen, I don't know about all that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm saying like Queens, you guys, Queens has a legendary.
But you know, it's not
city.
even about getting on the same song. It's about, are you going to get on the same song and be in the same studio?
Yeah.
See, getting on the same song don't mean nothing. You know
Not nowadays, because motherfuckers email shit across the world or whatever. Back in the days, y'all had to sit in the studio, write together and shit.
But see, there you go. Jam Master Jay found 50 Cent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why you bringing his name up now, because he was in that
in that circle. Yeah.
He was in the circle. That's
yeah,
he was on the Onyx.
He's part of that family. Yeah.
So it will always be embedded from the root. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But 20 years later, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? 20 years later, I don't know.
I mean, if Fat Joe and 50 could work it out, I don't see why him and Fredro, they kind of like distant brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Exactly.
Listen, man. All I gotta say is we doing what we doing, and you just gotta keep going with the future.
Exactly. I agree. But
you know I move along.
Never know what happened in the future.
I come from a fan perspective. I was that kid in the front row when y'all throwing water on niggas. I was throwing water back at you.
Oh, you was?
I was throwing water back at you. You might got a water bottle, some shit at you or whatever. I was that nigga.
Now, if you throw a bottle, you ain't throw a bottle.
Nah, I ain't throwing no bottles and shit. Nah, I'm throwing water back at you and shit.
Because we was there 100 deep at every show. It was crazy. Like,
I know. It was fun though. Like I said, it was fun.
It was, and it's still fun.
Yeah.
Like, we about to go on tour like tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? And the crowd is still young.
Yeah.
The crowd is still like 15, 16, 17, because we talk to the adolescents.
So how does that feel? How does it feel like you guys did this 20 years ago and you're still relevant right now? How does that feel to you as an adult?
I was an adult when I first started. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but now that you're older, you probably got kids and whatnot.
40 the new 30, right?
Yeah,
40 the new 25.
But music is timeless, though. You know what I'm saying? If you speaking to the same audience with your music, if you're not straying too far from what you started with, then you're gonna have that same audience, just a younger audience.
Are y'all still jumping in the crowd and shit?
We still jumping in the crowd. We still doing boom bap hip hop. You know what I'm saying? We not doing what everybody else is doing, and we doing what we've been doing. It's just the same song with a different message every time. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's the same soundtrack.
Okay, since we talking about the classic, let's get into a couple classic joints, and then we're gonna come back and talk about your inspiration behind making some of those joints. This one right here is Still Your Guns. Back the fuck up. This is White Label Radio. Fredro Starr in the building, man. DJ Nels, Mellow One.
All day.
Let's do it.
Onyx.
Yo, Onyx, Back the Fuck Up. Off that Back the Fuck Up album. We got Fredro in the building.
Wake the fuck up.
That's what's up. So it's funny. I love having artists in here because off camera, off air, we talk about a lot of things. You saying that on that one, they had the hi-hat and it changed the feel of it.
Yeah, man. If people really know, like, the Back the Fuck Up album, Back the Fuck Up was the intro for the album.
Yes, it was.
And it didn't have no hi-hat on it. Hi-hat is a shh, 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 shh. And the record version of Back the Fuck Up has a hi-hat.
Yeah.
And that was like a big thing in the studio making the album. Like, yo, check that off. Nah, keep that shit on. Like, these were the decisions we was making.
And that was Jam Master Jay's decision?
Probably Jam Master Jay shot skills, but I never liked that version. I never liked that version because it had a it made it soft.
It's funny you said it because it made it a little softer.
Little technical shit.
Yeah, a little technical shit.
only producer shit.
Yo, what was it like making that record? Like, cause everything.
A lot of good drugs. Nah, real shit though. We would go by the school, see my man Littles, and get the Littles and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hit to the studio and do our thing. It was all night sessions, man. Like, in the studio, in the booth, sweating like slaves. Like, it was crazy. Like, we did the album in the Apollo studio on 125th.
The legendary Apollo Theater?
Yeah.
Nice.
So we had that vibe in there. They had a studio in there. They had an ill vibe in there.
Y'all didn't tear that motherfucker up?
Nah, so after but they let us roam around in the Apollo.
Oh, at night.
At night, yeah, we was just roaming around inside the Apollo, sitting in the chair, smoking or something, you know what I mean? So it had all, yeah, exactly, like the ghost
of the Apollo. You the Ghost of Apollo and shit?
Oh, Miles Davis, all them niggas was in there, yo. So that album was like, to me, like it had like, it's like if you was recording an album somewhere like on Abbey Road, like where the Beatles did, it would have a certain type of soul to it.
It got that energy, yeah.
Yeah, so, It had that energy of.
You think that helped out with the record and the way you guys, the ultimate product?
Yeah, because after you got little cars or whatever, you drive to the Pilo or whatever, you park. You had that feeling like, yo, I'm a rapper. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it started in 1212 Studio, which was Jay's studio. It burned down. It was a famous studio.
Yeah.
But that burned down. It was everybody used to go to that studio in Queens. It was a famous building. Everybody, Tribe Called Quest, Onyx, Lost Boys, Mobb Deep, anybody who was in Queens went to that studio.
When did you first hear your song on the radio? What was your reaction?
It's time to quit the barbershop.
You work at the barbershop?
Yeah, we was getting busy. I was cutting everybody here back in the days, like Rakim, Coogee Rap was coming through.
Oh wow.
Jimmy Henchman was coming through. I used to cut his hair too. Jimmy Henchman was wild because I was cutting his hair. I didn't know he just had this ill Rolex. I was like, yo, what you do? He was like, I'm in the music. I was like, all right, whatever.
All right, whatever.
You know what I'm saying? But we was cutting hair at the ill spot. And when I heard it on the radio, I was like, yo, I can't do this no more. It's time to go on tour. It's time to do our thing. It's real right now. Def Jam put that check up.
What was that neighborhood like? Because when you in the neighborhood and you've been there all your life or whatever, you know everybody from the bodega man to the mailman to whatever. What was it like after your music came out or whatever in the neighborhood?
Well, my neighborhood they had these dudes called Supreme Team. They was like the hustlers in the neighborhood. They had all the fly cars. Everybody wanted to be Supreme Team. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wanted to be. They was like the kid idols. Like we wasn't looking up the doctors and the lawyers. We didn't see that. We saw, you know what I'm saying, the dudes with the Benzes and the BMs and all
the
of that.
The Saabs and the Audis and shit, huh?
Saabs, remember Saabs?
Oh hell yeah, right?
I always thought it was ugly.
Yeah, it was an ugly shit, girl.
Like, what the hell? Saabs is ugly. I don't care. I never got it.
It was a status symbol though.
I never got it. I never got that one. I never got that one. I was like in the jet. Like I was like in the Jettas, but
the Jetta was the shit though.
Back in the days with the kits on it.
Oh my god.
But Queens was ill because the drug dealers would hang out with the ball players. The ball players would hang out with the dancers. It was just a mixture of everything. We had this spot called Encore. Everybody used to go to in Queens, and I was in there a couple of nights. It got shot up, but you always go back.
I mean, it's a neighborhood thing, right?
Yeah, Queens had his Queens reign supreme, man.
That's what's up. So, Back the Fuck Up was a big album. And one of your biggest songs off that album that had niggas in the hood slam dancing was Slam. How did that song come about? What was the concept and how did that even transpire?
That was a well thought process. That wasn't a mistake. Like when we was writing the album, they used to have this shit called The Box.
Yeah.
Yo, The Box, and you could order videos.
I remember that shit. It's like $3 or whatever and shit. Yeah.
So there was this video always coming on called Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Nirvana.
Yes. So we was in the crib. I was like, yo, we gotta do the hip hop version of this shit right here. So it was so call Shallow. Yo, Shallow, check out this Nirvana shit. This smells like Teen Spirit, whatever the shit. Niggas is slam dancing and they way wildin'. So Shy was like, okay, he took that, he saw it, then came with the beat. We came with the beat, we had the rhymes for it. And then once we had all the rhymes, it took us like a week to get the chorus. We had mad choruses on. I wish I had all the different choruses that we saved.
That'd have been ill.
From that record because we went through mad choruses.
Yeah.
And then we came with remember that record?
Yeah.
That was kind of like all this shit was like fused in this record. So we was like slam. See,
that makes sense now because it's sped up now. Yeah.
Yeah. So we incorporated all these things around us, just like everybody doing right now today. Everybody's incorporating everything around them for their music. It's the same shit.
Yeah.
Everybody biting.
that is true.
But it ain't bite. You just like taking bits and pieces.
Reinventing this shit. So since we talk about Slam, let's get into it right now. My man Fredro Onyx, White Label Radio, DJ Nels, Slam. Let's go. Oh my God.
Oh.
That's that Slam shit right there.
Man, your sneakers will get tore up on that joint.
Man, I remember like you said, we the front row of them shits and y'all start throwing water or beer, whatever and
Don't
shit.
wear no white Air Force Ones. You finished.
Nigga, we had Timberlands and fatigues on and a hoodie.
Word.
And you had to tie up your pockets and shit so your wallet and shit won't fall out or whatever. Oh, it was elbows.
Or get pickpocket.
Oh, yeah.
Why you doing that?
Thank God I played basketball, so I used to box a nigga out. I wasn't in there, so I had to box a nigga out like Charles Barkley and shit.
To get rough in there, though, man. My man Monte Barrett, he's a fighter. I remember one time we was at it was like the Fat Jam. He's a boxer.
Yeah.
If you ever see the Fat Jam, we performed with Silk and all these dudes. This dude was just knocking people out. That's my man Monte. He was ill. That was the illest slam shit I ever seen. But yeah.
That's crazy. So what's up with Sonny C? Is he still in the group? What's
Son
his...
C doing his thing. Son C been going through his journeys in life, like performing overseas, doing his thing, doing his solo thing. But we all planning a reunion album. The last album, Wake the Fuck Up, Son C wasn't really on the album.
Yeah.
He was, because we recorded it in LA and
Okay.
we ain't with the over the internet shit. You know what I'm saying? Like sending me a verse and all that. We ain't with all that because you don't get the real. You know what I'm
The
saying?
energy ain't
if
right.
If we're gonna do an album with Son C, it has to be a studio album.
Yeah.
We all have to be there. So we just did it without him, and we just got a couple of features to fill in the that third verse we needed.
So with all the features you've done, you guys have been in studio. So when you did the stuff with Wu-Tang or whoever, you was in the studio with those cats.
Yeah, Wu-Tang
creating?
was that. Yeah, that Wu-Tang joint was ill. We did that together.
That's
The worst was, and you know what's crazy? Like people would never think that Onyx and Wu-Tang would have did a record because when Wu came after us, we already had the Timberland boots and all that
Yeah.
shit, and them, they just took it to a whole nother level with the Shaolin flavor. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
And people thought, they got beef, and you know what I'm saying? Two groups like that can't really work together. But you know what I'm saying? It was crazy because we did that movie. We did that for a movie called Ride.
Yep.
That me and Sticky was in, and it was a couple of dollars on the table because So when we had the meeting, RZA, everybody was there at the meeting with Leo Coleman, and we sat down like grown men and we did it. We went to the studio, got it done. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to ODB.
So you guys, and I say this, I went on air before and said this, I think you guys are the trailblazer for the grimy movement, because you guys did it in 92, 93, and then you had Wu, then you had Mobb Deep, then you had DMX down the line or whatever.
It started with Leaders of the New School. They started it.
They wasn't that grimy though.
Nah, but they had they had the young energy. They had the streets. Even
See,
though they was talking about school shit. We was talking about niggas at the corner store.
See, I
but
consider
we
them,
was talking to the same people though.
I
you know what I'm
consider them
saying?
more native tongues, but a more rougher version of native tongues.
Nah. Busta Rhymes was, come on.
He was wild, but he wasn't doing what y'all doing.
The Leaders of the New School was street, nigga. I remember seeing them niggas at the Powerhouse, nigga. I seen them niggas like, oh shit, like even Leaders of the New School, Naughty by Nature, Daz Effects coming out the sewer, all that shit is in Onyx.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And Wu-Tang, some of Onyx is in Wu-Tang. It's just because you're gonna, and some of Biggie is Wu-Tang. Like everybody feed off the last nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What'd you say,
I also
Nels?
equate MOP.
Oh yeah,
with some Onyx.
yeah.
Like
Yeah,
I think about MOP when I listen to Onyx.
Yeah. Shout to Billy and Fame. You know what I'm saying? They was doing it from the Brooklyn side.
That shit is sick. How does it feel?
How about some hardcore? We seen that shit. We was like, yo, who them niggas, yo? I don't know if them niggas came out before us, but it was always a competitive. Yo, who the fuck is them niggas?
Yeah.
You're like, that's how it was.
But it's a mutual respect though.
And it was competitive.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was, now it's a mutual respect, but back in the
At the
days,
time,
it
like,
was just
fuck
like,
that.
yo, fuck that.
Fuck that little nigga.
You know what I mean? It was shit.
So
Word.
since we talking about the song with Method Man, Raekwon, Killer Sin, The Worst, let's get into it right now. That song, you said you guys are all in the studio together.
Yeah, you saw the video too, right?
Yes.
That's the first time I seen a chirp phone.
How many blunts did y'all smoke in that during that session?
Countless, man. I can't even.
What'd you say?
Free Killer Sin.
Free Killer Sin.
I think he home though. Word. Shout to the Woo, man. You know what it is. Word up.
That shit is ill right now. Let's get into it right now. This is Onyx featuring Raekwon, Method Man, Killer Sin. The Worst is from the All We Got Is Us album, the Ride soundtrack.
It's from the Ride soundtrack, but it was in that same era though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Okay, let's get into it right now. This is White Label Radio, classic shit. You know how we get down. Damn, man, that reminded me of when we came out playing ball, whatever. That was our shit, man. What was that energy like in the studio when you recorded that, Fredro?
Oh man, let me think, man. That was so long ago.
Did the nigga actually knock the mic over and shit? Did he actually?
Nah, he knocked that shit you had. He knocked the mic stand.
Okay.
He probably kicked some shit over. I think he kicked it. I don't know. I think he kicked it. But that session was crazy because DMX came through with the whole Rough Riders. He had the dogs and everything in the studio, pit bulls and all types.
Wait, he
of
brought
shit.
the dogs in the studio?
Nigga had pit bulls in the studio, man. This nigga don't go nowhere without his dogs, son.
That's crazy.
Yeah, nigga DMX is one of the real ones, man. We had a good time in the studio. And that's what I'm saying, like, you get that feeling when you all in the studio or making a record. It ain't back in the days, we didn't have that email shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was like, yo, come to the studio. I'm coming, nigga. Bring all your niggas, whatever. I had all my niggas. He had all his niggas. Was no shit.
Yeah.
Everybody respected everybody. You know what I mean? And we made a good record. But he came to the video. He came by himself.
Did he?
Just him and his dog.
Him and his dog, though.
That's it. That was some real shit. Like, you would think like he would come to the video shoot with mad niggas. He came by himself and left by himself.
I like DMX. I think, like you said, he one of the real ones.
Yeah, you know.
That was the shit, though. So, I know you say you don't want to talk about no movie shit, but one of my favorite movie is Sunset fucking Park, man.
What time is it?
Right? Can you actually play ball?
Of course, every nigga from the hood can play ball. If you can't play ball or snap on niggas, you fucked up.
Right?
You gotta be able to, hit a little jumper. Look, nigga, I ain't dunking.
Okay.
Like my nigga T back. This nigga named T back in the days was my size dunking. I never knew how he did that shit. Like, how the fuck? But yeah, I was cool. You know what I'm saying? I had the little crossover back in the days. You know what I'm saying?
How fun was that making that movie?
It was real fun, man.
I can just tell it was fun.
Every day on the set was everybody in Sunset Park, man. We had a good time. Rhea Perlman was she was like my second mom's on the set. Like, she was real cool. Like, she showed me the ropes because that was only my second movie. I still was like wet behind the ears with the movie shit. I ain't know a lot of shit, and she coached me through a lot of scenes, man. And Terrence Howard, you know what I'm saying?
That was one of his first movies too. Like,
me and him was like, that was my man.
What was his name? Space Case in the movie?
Spaceman.
Spaceman, there you go.
Spaceman. Like, we had a good time filming that movie, man. It was just on the set every day in the basketball, on the basketball court.
Do you still got that uniform?
Nah, I still got the jacket though.
The jacket?
Yo, that jacket is mad big on up, yo. That shit is like an extra large. I'm like, yo, how the fuck did I wear this shit, yo? But it was crazy because back in the days, that's how it was.
But you layered up, you had a hoodie under that motherfucker.
Still,
you had
man, listen, that jacket is mad big. Like, everything changed, but back in the days, that's how it was, man. I still got the jacket and the shorts.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Do you ever watch that movie? I mean, every time it come on TV, I watch that motherfucker.
Nah, I don't watch none of my movies really.
Why not?
If I see it on the TV, I flip through it. I mean, I'm gonna sit there and watch my movie. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? What type of shit is
nostalgic, nigga. Shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't listen to your records either?
Yeah, I listen to my new shit. If I, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes,
like, you don't listen to old shit?
Yeah, sometimes I get in the vibe, get in the car, listen to my old shit. But I perform this shit so much, it's like, dog, I'm doing like 100 shows a year. Like, me playing Throw Your Guns in the car is like, come on. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I got the new album, Against All Authorities. I'm playing that shit right now. Like, I'll play the new shit, you know what I'm saying? Because it's still fresh.
Of course.
It's still fresh to me. But the old shit, if I hear it on the radio, I rock with it. But I ain't like turning, yo, hear this shit, my nigga. I ain't with all that.
So who, like, because like the new niggas always pay homage to older cats or whatever, like the new artists, whatever. Yeah. Who surprised you and said, yo, I was a fan of your music and recited some of your lines? Who shocked you?
That nigga Drake shocked me.
Drake?
Yeah, he shouted my name in the record. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. He was like some shit like Fredro Starr rocking, some shit he said. Anyway, this shit was hot. I was like, wow, that's ill. Like, he remembered the movie Sunset Park that we talking about it.
Yeah.
Fredro Starr and the Yellow Goose and all that shit.
Yeah.
So when I heard the line, I was like, that's an ill line. And then I heard another album, the niggas shouting out Onyx again. So they kind of, that's just paying homage, you know what I'm saying?
And that's what we talked about off air, whatever, how niggas don't show love back to the niggas that looked up.
But see, a real hip hop nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that nigga came from, his first shit was like, it was like real hip hop shit.
Yeah, he had a little brother. He had.
So it's good that new artists know what happened before them, because I just feel like it's the same thing with me. Like, I came up on Michael Jackson and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, Michael Jackson is a part of all of us because we always it's part of like break dancing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was part of what we was listening to. We didn't have hip hop at the time. I'm older than hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
That was hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop was whatever's cool on the street.
Yeah.
Whatever you could pull up in front of the club and in your car, that's hip hop.
Yeah.
And that was Michael Jackson and all that type of shit.
The Funkadelics, all the rest of that old school shit.
Yeah, man.
That's what's up. So you talked about the new album. The new album is called Against All Authorities?
Yeah, new EP we got coming out May 5th, Against All Authorities. We just touching bases on a lot of shit that's going on with the police and, just the corruption going on and the racial profiling and shit like that. We just kind of had to touch on it, you know what I'm saying? So we gave him an EP called Against All Authorities, and we giving you our side of the story, you know what I'm saying?
So what's your take on what's going on in the news right now with the police, you know what I'm saying, shoot niggas in the back and the whole nine?
We angry, first of all, you know what I'm saying? We angry because it could be me. It could be anybody in this room, you know what I'm saying, sad to say, no matter how old you are. You could be a 50-year-old man and get shot now, but it don't matter no more. It's just fucked up. Every day we gotta turn on the news and it's a different person, you know. Since we did the album, this a young gentleman, Walter Scott, I think got shot and murdered. Like, since we did that, like, you know what I'm saying? It's not stopping.
Nah, it's continuing.
So I felt like it was time to actually just say something and be, you know, aggressive, but make a point with our music, because we can't do nothing but be aggressive with our music.
Yeah.
We can't be like, we can't come at it like, you know,
We Are the
John
World
Legend.
shit, yeah.
Nah, John Legend and Common had the glory shit. That shit was hot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we can't come like that. We coming from an angry perspective of niggas from Southside Queens who deal with the same shit every day.
Yeah. So what do we do? Like, what's our next step as us as angry individuals? What is our next
First of all,
action?
I think we need training, because I see a lot of times, you know, young black men don't know how to deal with police too. You know what I'm saying? We gotta train ourselves on how to deal with their ignorance. You know what I'm saying? Because some of the times we might incite that shit at the same time. So we gotta learn how to, you know, when you get pulled over, you know, OG told me, as you get pulled over, before the cop even get to the steering wheel, have your ID out and your hand on the steering wheel. Like, you gotta show them that you know what I'm saying?
You're not a threat.
Nah, it's not even about that. It's just about, you know what I'm saying? It's a science to this shit, of surviving.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we losing the battle, so we gotta be smart about this shit. You know what I'm saying? And we gotta stay angry. And we gotta stay protesting. We gotta stay mad about this shit, because it's gonna keep coming. It's gonna never. This shit been happening since the 60s, the 70s,
right,
the 80s. It's not gonna stop. So we just had to say something for somebody just to listen to. That's all. I don't think we gonna make this shit stop. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, you gotta say something.
Do y'all protest? I mean, when they had the protest in New York or whatever?
This is our protest right here.
The album, the music.
This is our
of the
protest right here. This is day 7.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? This is our protest. And this is how we gonna reach the fans and talk to them and, you know, yo, fuck the police like Eazy and NWA did back in the days.
That's what's up. So let's get into that single then. You know what I'm saying? This is Onyx. This they new joint. It's called Against All Authorities, man. Listen to us, what they got saying, you know? We need this shit. White Label Radio, classic hip hop, Mellow One, DJ Nails, Dash Radio. Let's go.
Nice, like this.
Yeah, DJ Nails on the 1 and 2s, man.
DJ Nails is nice with it.
That's what's up.
DJs learn from this man. You gotta know how to blend it right.
That's what it's all about. It's having a real DJ.
It's crazy. I love it.
Hip hop. That was Against All Authorities.
Yeah.
That was Onyx at his finest. It's, you know, like you said, you give him your raw and your grind.
That's it, man. You know, we gotta stop police killing, man, for real.
When is that EP coming out? Is it out?
May 5th. We about to go on this world tour. We about to go to like 20 different countries right now. First stop Bulgaria, and we just gonna promote this EP. Comes out May 5th. We doing our thing, man. Shout to Sticky. Shout to the whole Onyx crew.
That's what's up. What's the response in Bulgaria? Is they don't even speak English out there, but they know
they speak. I mean, everybody speak English.
A little English here.
You know, American. You know, we run the whole world as far as language. Like, there's always somebody speaking American, but it's not about that. It's about the music.
Yeah.
It's about the culture of hip hop. When you go over there, you see the kids dressed just like us. You know what I'm saying? Now that the internet makes everything closer. Like, before it's like, all right, it came out in New York first, then LA gonna get it. Now, anything come out, it comes, the whole world gets it.
Worldwide, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So everything is closer. Fashion, culture.
That's just dope.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we just going to another part of the world.
That's dope. That's dope. So you got to get out of here. So social media, websites, give us what.
OnyxHQ.com. Just check us out right there. That's it, man. That's all I want to shout out. Like Twitter. OnyxHQ.com. You can check out the tour dates. We got new gear. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of hoodies and all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? You can get and check out Onyx, man. Onyx everything. OnyxHQ.com.
And when's the reunion album coming?
2/16.
That's what's up. My man Fredro Starr, thank you for coming through, my G. I appreciate you, man.
No doubt.
I'm a fan of what you're doing. So we're going to get out of here, but we're going to take it back a little bit to that Wu-Tang shit.
Take it back.
Raekwon, Criminology.
Yo, Raekwon was one of my favorite rappers back in the day. Shout to the chef. I'm out of here. You already know.
That's
Onyx for
up.
life. X1, rest in peace.
That's what's up.
I told you a long time ago, you fucking